Andrew, what can we give these guys to do? Because while we are, they must be working, eh? So they can start doing that very too. They must identify all maslets are loose, then they start knocking them, right? I wanted to ask, I'm a gaps, do I just over on my frame, currently, I'm not even. You see, these ones. So, Tukuma Varani Silicon and framing. So, framing will close, right? Then just a silicon. Okay. Yeah, so Mr. Ernest, we are busy with the windows. I think I told you that we have removed all the window frames, right? We now flashed the windows to the board to the wall. Let's put it like that, to the wall. We flashed the windows to the wall, and we have removed the frames that were there because when he was putting the frames, he was screwing in and leaving gaps inside. And then we are reinstalling the windows. As you can see, the guys are busy here to make them super solid, right? So we are also working on the doors. So I just want to raise your attention. When you stand here, I think you see some gaps. Do you see there? Those gaps that you see are going to be eliminated through the frames outside and siliconing also. We have got the silicone now on the side, and we will start working on siliconing the doors and the windows from the inside, and also sealing from the outside. If I stand here, you see what I mean. We'll close there. The outside there is window frames there that are coming in, so you won't see that light that you're seeing. Plus siliconing, right? Then it answers to all the problems that you were concerned about in terms of water tightness. I don't know if you are here, do you see any gap that you see? Yeah, there is here. Those small gaps that you see, they are going to be closed from the outside with what? With the frame and also silicone inside. And also same here. Any gap that you see, we're going to close from the outside and also inside siliconing. The doors, we are working on them to make sure that they sit properly on level and they can open and close nicely without any problem, right? So if it means we are going to remove the planks on top, we'll do that to square the windows so that they are not forcibly installed, because that's when they will have problems like where someone will say the door is damaged or something is happening. As you can see, the door is opening very well. There is nothing wrong with the rail. This is the rail of the door. It's perfect. It's still the same, and I don't see anything wrong with this. But your what do you call it? Your maintenance manager said that you should have done thicker ones. But let's see if we close here. Do you see anything here? It's very minimal, very immaterial. They are there. I can actually see them inside. They are there. They are there the way they are supposed to be. But anyway, it's what he observed. I'm standing here. The door is closed. Do you see? I'm talking of this in between. Do you see outside? Save for that small thing there. You never get 100% perfect finish, but here it's only there. But like I said, these doors have got guarantee. He's coming on 17 January, and you put the ones that perhaps your maintenance manager wants. But we are working on everything that is supposed to be. Those gaps on the window there, you see? I don't know if they are coming out on camera. Small gaps, those ones. They're the ones that we are going to silicone inside, and then outside there's a framing. Remember, we are doing a proper full framing that sits with the frame. Here we'll square and sit the door nicely as well. There's these two openings. There's this one, and then there's this one, and there's this one, and there's this one. We're going to close with what do you call it? With the OSP boards here. They are the only ones, the only parts where you have these openings where you see size isolation. Otherwise, everywhere, as you can see, it's properly closed. It was only there. There is a gap there that you see on the corner there. That one is because the corner is yet to be done fully right inside the fascia. Once that corner is in, you won't see that. That's opening that you see there. You see it there. We had another one somewhere there. We removed it. We eliminated it. We closed it by working from the outside, making sure that we closed through the framing. So we've been checking this work thoroughly. The walls, as you can see, I went around checking. There were nails that perhaps were missing the beams. We were knocking them in the beams. I was also involved in working on that, knocking them in. And some of them that are not serving a purpose, we're removing them. So there's nothing that can be a complaint. And like I said, if this was um, a, a proper 10K project whereby you'd give a ready to move in-house, you would not have noticed all these minor snakes, because we could have eliminated them in the process of working inside, because that's what we normally do. When we work on partitions and boards, doing the ceiling and the boards, we start working on all the areas that we feel they should be attended to. But because it's a shell, the client, which is you expect obviously to see a perfect finish that is like a ready to move in. This is the reason why we are here. But there is, throughout, we have noted everywhere to make sure that it's closed. There's these 3 gaps here. There's a gap here. We are working on them. This gap here, this gap here, and this gap here. These gaps, smaller as they are, wherever we will see smaller gaps, we are working from the outside in. There is a board that was then done later as an afterthought to say, let's have another board to close on the bottom. So that board is the one that made the opening. When they put it, it then made an opening. Yeah. So what you can do, you and Rastan, I asked Andrew, because we need to make sure that